The cat came back. This is a movie I saw years ago, a short animation short. Old Mr. Johnson lived all alone in a tiny house on a hill far away from everyone. The three things he loved more than anything else were his old baby, Rattle, his mother, his tuba. Brum, 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 brum. He was also very fond of his one remaining hair. One hair. He spent most of his time blowing into his tuba. This really rattled the windows. Brum, 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 brum. The windows were rattled. Brum, brum, brum. Knock, 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 knock. Who could be banging at his door so loudly? Knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. What? Huh. It's a cat. Normally, old Mr. Johnson would have shooed that little yellow cat away. Meow. But this little yellow cat was kind of cute, and old Mr. Johnson was kind of lonely. Playing with this little yellow cat would be lots of fun. Coochie coochie coo, like a baby. Smack. Knocked it out of his hand. Oh no, that rattle was his favorite thing in the world. Smash. Grr. Mr. Johnson didn't want to play anymore, so he decided to take the little yellow cat for a nice drive and lose him in the woods. He wanted to lose the cat in the woods. Come here, kitty. Here you go. There he goes. I got him. I lost him. The only one who got lost in the woods was old Mr. Johnson. It would be a long walk home to his empty house. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back the very next day. How did the little yellow cat make it all the way back to his house? Old Mr. Johnson needed a better plan to get rid of this little yellow pest. He would strand the cat at sea. Get the cat lost at sea. I'm stranded. He tries to lift the anchor. The only one who went for a swim was old Mr. Johnson. Zoom goes the kitty. But the cat came back the very next day. Unbelievable. Didn't the little yellow cat get it? Old Mr. Johnson wanted him gone. Gone, gone. Next, he'd try a different direction. And fly the cat up, up, and away. Balloon. He had a good plan, but old Mr. Johnson learned the hard way what goes up. Saw, saw, saw. Saw, saw, saw. Ping. Must come down. What goes up must come down. Came down. But the cat came back the very next day. The little yellow cat was back. He'd ruined everything. Old Mr. Johnson was beginning to lose his mind and go crazy. Next, he'd make sure the cat couldn't squirm free. He would tie the little yellow cat to the track. On the way up the mountain, the pair were almost stopped dead in their tracks. Chunk, 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 chunk. Uh-oh. Gulp. A cow. but they jumped over the cow. I missed the cow. Why is a cow there? One final turn, and they would reach the top of the huge mountain. But then old Mr. Johnson was sent tumbling down by the teeny tiniest green beetle. The little teeny tiny green beetle was in the way. Old Mr. Johnson hit rock bottom. Cat? Rats. But the cat came back the very next day. Old Mr. Johnson suddenly had a big idea. The little yellow cat couldn't come back if there was no house to come back to. He would blow up his house. Got some dynamite. Mwahaha. Evil laugh. Mwahaha. With this much dynamite, there was no way the cat could ever come back. But instead of lighting the dynamite fuse, he lit his lost precious hair. He lit his last precious hair. Tee-hee. Oh no, ack. Yama, hama. Crash. Uh-oh. Boom. Hooray, old Mr. Johnson had finally gotten rid of the little yellow cat for good. He's an angel in heaven, I think. He died. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He forgot that cats have 9 lives. Now 9 little yellow cats would keep coming back forever. You know. Old Mr. Johnson thought the cat was a goner, but he just wouldn't stay away. Old Mr. Johnson thought the cat was a goner, but he just wouldn't stay away.